Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd put together a quick video, put in some of the things that I would like to see in Titanfall 2. Maybe some of it you don't know, maybe some of it you do know. It's basically my predictions on some facts of what's going to happen with Respawn EA games and Titanfall 2. So, sit back, enjoy the gameplay, and let's discuss Titanfall 2. Welcome back guys, and thanks for tuning in. One of the first things I wanted to talk about is actually Titanfall. After the release of Titanfall, what EA Games did is they decided to buy the franchise for themselves. It was the property of actually Respawn and Vince Zampella. He was the creator of Titanfall itself, and EA saw the massive marketing and the massive sales, especially on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, and they kind of purchased it off Vince Zampella and Respawn, so it's now a property of EA Games. If that is good news or bad news, you know, that is the fact that it's the property of EA Games. Most of the EA Games actual games are actually licensed on the Frostbite 3 engine, which DICE created. EA Games, you know, invested a lot of money and paid DICE a lot of money to create this universal engine that they want to put their multiplayer games, for example, like Battlefield and Plants vs. Zombies and many other upcoming titles in the future. So it is a very safe bet that when we see Titanfall 2, it's going to run on the Frostbite 3 engine. Whatever version of it is going to be a slightly modified version of Frostbite 3, so Frostbite 3.1 or whatever, and it's probably going to be multi-platform, because one of the biggest regrets what Vince Zampella and Respawn Studios itself, their biggest regrets is actually not going multi-platform. You know, letting the Sony fans down and letting all the PlayStation gamers down as well, because when they produced Call of Duty 4, they actually, you know, produced it on a massive scale and on all platforms, and that was one of the key successes to Call of Duty 4. And they wanted to repeat that formula, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out. Their studio was vastly too small, and EA Games kind of scheduled a deal with Microsoft to have it as an exclusive product for the Xbox One to help sales against the PS4. But hopefully in the future, when Titanfall comes out, it is a safe bet to assume that it's going to go on multi-platform. We might actually even see it on the Wii U, to be honest, guys. You know, they're going to hit every platform, every system out there. And, you know, obviously the second prediction is probably going to use Frostbite 3, which is great. It looks absolutely amazing. Ignore the fact that Battlefield netcoding is really bad. Just ignore that. I played other games that use Frostbite 3. Their netcoding is really good. It's not really the engine, is how you use it. It's not really the product. It's the formula of how you mix it and how you use something. So don't worry, guys. If it runs on Frostbite 3, it's going to be awesome. It's going to look spectacular. So if you like this prediction, or even if you don't like this prediction, or you disagree with it, let me know in the comment section below. That's the comment section is there below, and I like to interact with you guys. I need to know other people's opinions as well, and it'd be really interesting to know what you guys think and what's going through your minds. My third prediction for Titanfall 2 is going to be that we're going to see a more refined single-player experience, or a campaign mode, if you like. Vince Zampella is going to obviously try and grow his studio. It's probably going to be about 200-300 man strong, to give us a more refined campaign and a single-player experience. It might be short, it might be only 3 hours, 6 hours, but at least it's something. You know, we're going to be able to see a epic single-player experience. If my prediction is right, that is what I'm hoping for as well, and I know that is one of the most required things from all the fans of Titanfall. You guys wanted a proper single-player experience. You know, you wanted battleships coming down, and you wanted explosions, and that whole epic Call of Duty, Michael Bay, you know, kind of theme, action-oriented kind of game. And I think that's what Vince Zampella is going to try and do with us, for us. You know, in the next Titanfall game, you know, he's going to really focus on the single player as well as the multiplayer aspects of the next gen version. My fourth and final prediction is that we're going to see Titanfall 2 on a bit of a larger scale in terms of battle and how many players you're going to be able to see on screen. Currently, combat is limited to 6 versus 6. which is pretty much ideal, but sometimes on the larger maps it could be very quiet and very dead. But a good prediction is we're going to see 10 versus 10. That's definitely going to be possible. If it's not 10 versus 10, it's going to be definitely 8 versus 8 combat. And I really think that's going to be a good idea. I don't really know or cannot make a prediction of what they're going to do in terms of the AIs and friendlies on screen, but they're probably going to make some massive adjustments as well. And again, with that Frostbite 3 engine, you know, it's more optimized, it's more advanced in terms of technology. Titanfall that we're seeing right now was actually created on a last gen engine. It was created on the Source engine, and it was actually, they're going to release it on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but then the announcement of Xbox One and Microsoft and their dealings with them, they obviously tried to create and release the game on the Xbox One, and by all means it is a spectacular game, it's an awesome game, but it doesn't look as awesome as other FPSs. You know, it doesn't run as stable as other FPSs, and that's where Frostbite 3 really kicks in, and that's when they're going to improve things, because the Source engine is very dated. You know, you got the original Left 4 Dead 2, and also Counter-Strike that were created on the Source engine, but it's very, very dated. Valve is obviously working on the Source engine too. I don't think the next Titanfall is going to use the Source engine too. I really think it's going to be Frostbite all the way. Anyways, guys, that was my 4 top predictions of Titanfall 2 in association with PlayBack Gaming. Use the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. If you think I might have missed something, or if you're unsure about something, or if you want a new feature that you would like to see in the next Titanfall game, in the comment section below, just by interacting, and I will try and answer back as soon as possible. Do hit the like button. It does take a while to produce these videos, and do subscribe for more Titanfall gameplay. I've got some great plans in the future for Titanfall, talking about classes, tips and tricks, and whatnot. So yeah, lots of surprises, guys, and yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.
You're on top.